Have you ever heard about something that cannot be changed? It cannot be changed. That's what we call set in stone. Set in stone. So we're going to be looking at this very, very firm phrase, to set something in stone. Have you ever encountered a rule or a decision that was completely unchangeable? We could not change it. If so, it was set in stone. As you can see, it's a perfect phrase, perfect idiom for describing something that is permanent and unchangeable. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. Imagine you're discussing a schedule that's still very flexible. You could say the schedule is not set in stone. There's still some room for adjustments. The schedule is not set in stone. There's still some room for adjustments. And this indicates that the schedule can be changed. Okay, it's not set in stone. It can be changed. So this set in stone, it really helps to convey the idea of permanence, something being permanent. Another example is about a contract. We could say, once the contract is signed, the terms are set in stone. Once the contract is signed, the terms are set in stone. And this describes terms of a contract that cannot be altered, they cannot be changed after the contract is signed. So once the contract is signed, the terms of the contract are set in stone. So let's have a look at a couple of phrases for perhaps an IELTS exam and another everyday conversation. In an IELTS writing task, you might describe rules or decisions that are final. For example, the company policy is set in stone and cannot be easily changed. The company policy is set in stone and cannot be easily changed. And this shows the examiner you can describe something that is unchangeable. You cannot change it. It is set in stone. So the company policy is set on stone and cannot be easily changed. In everyday conversations, you might talk about plans or rules that are fixed. You could say, we agreed on the terms and now they're set in stone. We agreed on the terms and now they're set in stone. So using this phrase not only makes your English sound really more natural, but also adds a strong and definite, a sure tone to your language. So let's have a look at a couple of synonyms and antonyms to compare. Synonyms or similar expressions for set in stone might include unchangeable and fixed. They're very, very similar, but set in stone adds a much more visual and idiomatic expression of something that is permanent. Antonyms, on the other hand, the opposites, might include phrases like flexible or subject to change. And these expressions describe situations where they are not yet final. They can be changed. They are not set in stone. So there I have it. Next time you want to describe something unchangeable, remember to say it's set in stone. It's a great way to impress your listeners and add some flair to your language.